Hello again. Clearing. Okay, this is going to be a Divine Masculine check-in. And I'm going to announce again, I'm going to do my 60-minute reading giveaway. So if you have not been to the community page and put a comment down below to enter that draw, please do that, because I'm going to utilize a automatic generator to choose a winner later, and I will post a screenshot of the verification of who has won the session, and I will give you instructions at that time on how to reach out to me. But here we go. So let's see. First off, I'm actually being guided to ask the Divine Masculine's higher self what they would like to say to the feminines today. So thank you, Divine Creator, for bringing through the most poignant messages. And Divine Masculines, higher selves that wish to join us here, please come in and share. What is it that you would love to say to your feminine today? Your beautiful divine feminines, what would you love to say? Actually, let's go with what would you love to say in the 5D? Where are you at energetically with the connection, Divine Masculines? What is the Divine Masculine Collective wanting to say to the feminines about the 5D energetic connection shared? Oh, whoa, a whole bunch. Let's see. Okay, we'll take them. So Divine Masculines are saying, feminines, in the 5D, be more selfish. Put yourself first. Stop. I'm hearing obsessing about them in some way. Focus on you. Pull your energy back. Do you. Revel in you. Be present with your environment. Do what is right in front of you with a glad heart. That energy, when you are delighting in things that are keeping your focus in joy, in your own right, in your own environment, they love that energy. They feel that. They feel so light. They feel inspired. They feel happy. They feel like there's a spring in their step, is what I'm being told. So that is one of the perfect things, feminines. What you do for self, you do for twin. Masculines are saying that feels amazing to them. When you are happy in your own right and you're doing those things, they are like, yes, go, divine feminine self. I just want space. So yeah, if you're not doing that, they will feel a magnetic push. If you have not come into this more autonomous realization, your masculine is asking for space. So I want to be clear, you can do this while being in communication. I think there's a misconception that you have to deny the connection in some way in order for this to balance out. That's not true. This is an energetic thing. Really feel into that. Taking self-centric focus is not rejecting your masculine, but if you don't focus on your own well-being and wholeness and energetic accountability, it makes your masculine want to take space. But again, that does not mean you don't have to be in communication, or you have to cut communication or cut off your emotions. That's one of those fine edge thresholds that is very confusing when we're not masterful on the journey. You can bring all that in harmoniously. It all can work together if energetically you've got it dialed. It doesn't have to be a 3D thing, and that's how union comes in, is when you can balance that and include energetic autonomy within actual connection. Okay, masculines are saying, I want you. Definitely, this is eternal love with the 8 there. It's a given. Masculines and feminines want each other. We desire each other. We want each other. So feminines, when your masculine is saying you do you, it does not mean they don't want you. Love me. So I want you, love me. Drop into the safety. Let go of the pain story, feminines. Trust this connection. So basic. I want you, love me. But how do you love you? Or how do you love your masculine? By loving yourself so you're qualified to. That's what they're saying here. They're saying, just do it already. One wand. Wow, the sexual charge coming in. Passion grows. So when this polarization happens, when you withdraw your energy, or when you think you're withdrawing your energy to focus on you, feminines, there's a misconception there, because actually it's an energy generating motion. When you focus on you, you generate more joy, more love quotient. You're actually not depleting or detracting from your masculine. You're actually being a self-sustaining system that increases the output, and your masculine feels more love from you than when you're focusing on them, because that's not a self-propelling motion. When you draw that energy back, your masculine is inspired, and this is a very sexual card. The Ace of Wands is the most phallic card, so this is the spark. There's attraction. It's like energetically the masculines are like, huh? What just happened? Where's my feminine? What's she doing? So yes, I think we should slow down, and I want to start a family with you. So this is not a contrary energy. Feminines, you're so used to putting things in boxes. We think that the masculines do this, but feminines, follow me here. I think we should slow down means this is worth doing right. I want to start a family with you. That's a really big deal. It's like a 10 out of 10 thing. So whether masculines are starting to think of you as a mother of their child, or take it how it resonates for same-sex relationships, this could be adoption, this could be people with already existing children, blending families, adopting, who knows what, but a family could be just the two of you and fur babies. Anyways, the masculines want to slow down. They want to get to know you. They want to see compatibility here. So they want you to focus on you, because this is a team effort. They don't want to run the show. They don't want to have to be that old 3D template of the provider that is going through motions. Those karmic situations don't feel good. We're all leaving those. We don't want to recreate that. So there has to be equality here. Okay, let's dive into the masculine reading. What is it that the divine masculines are thinking of the connection? What are they feeling on the heart space for their feminine? What are they wishing for the connection at this time? What action are the masculines taking towards the connection, either directly or inadvertently? What is the biggest challenge for the masculines? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where is the energy going in the near future? And just like I did for the feminine reading, I'm going to also pull some guidance for you beautiful divine masculines that may be watching, just for some extra support each step of the way here, so that you have some sort of an anchor that can bring you into context in the 3D for what we see here. Okay, so what are the masculines thinking about the connection? That there has been heartache, there's been the cringe factor, but they're coming back around. There's a return here, a not having fully left, but just wanting to sort out, why is this connection so hard? Why is it so dense? The connection itself can feel like that magnetic push, north-north, south-south, or that the electrical charge, the sensual connection dropped off. We saw in the first cards, it's starting to come back. And that is also reflected here. Something possibly triggered the masculines. Something numbed. They numbed, but they can't go anywhere. Feminines, no matter what it seems like, it's just this taking space. It's an elastic band. And here is the coming back in, or the knowledge that it will come back in. So don't fear, feminines. If you feel some distance, it's really just, you know, when the masculines pull away to ask you to focus on yourself, that doesn't feel good to them either, because they don't want to come across like they're rejecting you. Languaging around these things is difficult, and so masculines tend to say, it's too intense, I want space, let's just be friends. Those are divinely guided valving systems for regulating the flow of these connections. It's just profound to me. When masculines say those things on the twin journey, that's the best way and the quickest, the most gentle way, the most simple way to call the energy for where it's at, so that individual processing can happen. Those should just simply be cues. It's time to take a time out and really focus on balancing. Masculines say those things when they need this, when they've reached an intensity and they need to be accountable for their own energy. Whether they are aware of that or not, at early stages, there may not be as much awareness as the more masterful later stages of the electromagnetic dynamic between twins. I think Danny commented, if you're watching, thanks, that was awesome. I wanted to rename the runner chaser push-pull, and Danny suggested electromagnetic, so kudos, that's a great one. And I want to invite all twins to see this push-pull. You know, when the masculines and feminines experience intensity, I said this in a reading the other day, the intensity rises, the masculines disintegrate into, or revert, let's say revert, to a passive feminine motion, and they kind of drop off. This triggers the feminines to respond with a masculine action, and I see it in the yin-yang. It's almost like a electrical gating system. So it's like going along, building intensity, building intensity, and click, we get this motion of passive, active, and it's like a clicking system, and it's a discharge of the energy within the connection. That's all it is. It's just a discharge of the pent up energy between the two, because it's so energetic. When that happens, there's a recalibration afterwards where we integrate, where we process, and then the intensity builds again, and there's a discharge. So as these dynamics come in, those conscious conversations can happen where languaging can start to define what's happening and how to mitigate it when we see it rising up. But that's going to take knowing these are divine templates and going to a bigger picture outside source to do that. That's why the trinity of energy with masculine, feminine, and God, instead of the back and forth trying to make sense of it from a limited us and them, you and me, back and forth projection and crazy making stuff. We can't do that. So seeing the big picture of these dynamics is something that's really coming in for the twins, and recognizing energetics like this. Okay, what is the guidance for the masculines? Woo! Wow, like so much. So we're going into that runner chaser dynamic. Masculines, we're really getting a download here. So wonders, be grateful. This card flew out over to the side. This is absolutely fabulous, because masculines, this is a wonder-filled connection. It is a blessing. You know it, and that's why you keep coming back. So appreciate that above all else. Go with the flow. Feel that aspect of it. Yeah, standstill, flexibility, and abundance. When things come to a standstill, be flexible, see it with a limber, open mind, the grand yoga, and know that this is the abundance in the making. This is the foundational stuff to be aware of, masculines. It's all part of the process. This is actually a natural part of energetic negotiation between two people for foundation. Okay, what are the masculines feeling on the heart space? Okay, there is that theme of ultimate autonomy or not. This is my card of sovereignty, spiritual sovereignty, but also physical autonomy. In the reverse, I'm hearing two things. One, wow, this is just really analytical today. So there must be a lot of beautiful divine masculines listening, because we're really going into the instructional portions of the discernment of these frequencies. Autonomy brings up the whole idea of sexual autonomy, monogamy, polyamory, open, not defining, sexual orientation, expectations. This really brings into highlight the whole concept of control or not within relationship, and how deeply does this theme of the individual run within relationship. The typical monogamous relationship is riddled with control issues and patriarchal templates and rebellion and resistance and dysfunction, because it's been in an ownership motion, because monogamy has been an ownership template. There has been so much disintegration. We are rewriting divine love connection over top of outdated monogamy. And so that's the first thing here. In divine love connections, it is honoring. It does not feel like the control issues. Watch the divine feminine reading, because the divine feminines are absolutely untying these ownership template knots on the deepest levels, so that they can have freedom within intimate monogamous connection that will not feel constricting or controlling, jealous, unbalanced, wrong, just wrong. That's going away. So masculines on the heart space are feeling this energy of where they can continue to choose. This is a yes, no. The Hanged Man is really looking for divine guidance on these decisions at the heart level, on what is appropriate as far as autonomous understanding. Where do we draw the line energetically between self and other? Remember, the twin dynamic is the most precise exploration into the dualistic nature of relationship that is possible on the earth plane. We are both particle and wave. We are love and light. And this is the cutting edge of that pursuit. Twin flame dynamics are such a blessing, such a gift. Divine masculines and feminines watching this, you are excellent. You are excellent, my brothers and sisters. Look at us go. Look at us really desiring perfection. This is where we explore all sides of the story, all facets. And right now, masculines are really coming into that idea of surrender versus guardedness, and what that truly means. We're all coming into it. So on the heart space, these energetics are really being brought into question. So masculines, keep going with it. Let's see how we can support this motion for you even more beautifully and simply. Delight. Wow, you can't get more pure than that. If something makes you happy, go in that direction, masculine. Deep happiness, not manic rebellion, not the mask, what you think others would think would show you were doing it right. Talking about deep, genuine fulfillment. If your feminine elicits this delight, engage in that. Put down the assessments of fear, the mental constructs, drop into the delight of your heart. Trust the connection, masculines. Trust this connection so very deeply, where it affords delight, where it inspires delight. Deepen in those ways, masculine. Do not be guarded with fear in the areas that still trigger you, but in the areas that inspire delight, I'm very much hearing deep in there. Okay, what are the masculines wishing for the connection? Kindness, showing up. This can be actually an apology. Three of Cups is a third party situation. It's in the reverse. It's also friendship, joy, celebration, delight. So masculines are wishing to apologize for diminishing, downplaying their love, being unkind, saying something that was not sensitive. Masculines are looking at something that has happened that has not expressed the friendship that they truly have for you, or the love, or the sexual attraction. So if masculines have said, let's just be friends, they want to take that back, because this is the friends card. In the reverse, it's like, oh darn, I friend zoned her and I do not, or them, and I do not feel that way. So something like that. Masculines are really wanting to offer you a gesture that shows how special you are to them. Okay, how do we support you in this, masculines? What do we need to know about that? What do we need to know about that? I'm just going to bounce around on my bouncy ball chair for a minute. Sorry. I'm such a kid. What do we need to know, masculines, for this? Wow, I feel like I just was kind of like avoiding, like I was channeling the masculines right now that are like, how do I even do this? It's kind of awkward energy. It's like having to eat crow, right? So masculines, spit it out. What is it that you need to say? Oh my gosh. Love. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Love with release and wisdom. So masculines, you are tapping into wisdom inspired by this love. The ultimate truth is you love your feminine, so release the inhibitions, release that, come into the wisdom that says, yeah, actually my deepest truth is that I actually love you. You could just say that, masculines, instead of being afraid of this hot and cold push-pull. Like, in all honesty, you're coming by it naturally. Like, you are divinely guided on this journey too, so even if you have friend-zoned or had third-party situations, or, you know, not been in the highest frequency this whole time, so what? You're learning. It's part of the process. What a gift that you have someone that you're not willing to walk away from and still stick through all of the wisdom teachings to get there. Keep releasing, keep letting go, keep falling in love. Remember the love. It's all about the love. So there is no pride in just backtracking something you've said. Do it. Do it. Okay, what actions are the masculines taking? Ooh, the Emperor and the Six of Cups. This is the Emperor planning for a return, reunion here. So putting down control issues. Emperor in the reverse is really softening into that heart space, putting down the control issues regarding coming back in for reconnection. So this could be that gesture that the masculines are desiring to make. They are really working energetically under the surface to affirm the soulmate connection and above that they may feel they have. You know, so they may not know that you're twin flames. They may just feel this deep sense of family, not wanting to be apart from you. You know, with the twin dynamics, oftentimes there is such an eternal, not going anywhere consistency that it can sometimes feel mundane. But masculines are really looking at all of those attributes regarding what they experience in this connection and understanding how rare it is. There is no other person, divine feminine, that makes them feel the everything like you do, and that's disconcerting sometimes when you're not healed enough to appreciate it. It feels neutral, and it feels like you can get to it another time, and that's not wrong. So masculines, what do we need to know about this opening up to the soul connection and putting down the control and the need to define it? What can we see here for you, masculines? Protection, gateway and blessings. Yes, this connection has been protected. So for some masculines, there is sort of a embarrassment about friend zoning, or about downplaying, or about being in an energy that has seemed to dismiss the blessing this connection is, by putting it in a platonic box. Masculines you're realizing that that has protected it because you weren't ready. And so, you know, karmic situations go off like fireworks and then they burn out. But this is the long haul. This is eternal love. This is consistent. It's okay that you have seen this as more like a family connection, a familiar connection. It's familiar because it is so deep. It's taken for granted in some ways, but there is so much more you can dance above that with as you come into the safety of that familiarity. Really appreciate it for what it is, and realize that it has been kept and preserved, protected. So feminines, this has been protected. Again, I want to say, when the masculines say this is too intense, we should just be friends, I need space, that is them channeling divine, metering the speed, the rate of this. Those are the valving sentences that put the brakes on, that make it go into this protected back burner. It could feel like breadcrumbs. Don't be misguided. Narcissistic situations and abusive situations are not the same as this. But yes, masculines, just understand this has protected your connection more than any other thing that you could imagine, because your feminine is the one that's going to do that work behind the scenes when this more platonic, cooling motion comes in. Your feminine doesn't go anywhere, and you're starting to realize, you know, with karmic situations, if you do that, adios, they're gone, bye. I almost wanted to do the middle finger kind of thing, you know, but karmic situations, they take offense to that and they're out of there. Feminines might be hurt by that, but they're not going anywhere. What a difference. So that is the gateway. That understanding of this whole thing is the gateway, masculines, and the blessings in escrow that are going to be coming in time as it becomes ready, as this connection becomes divinely timed and can start to realize. What is the biggest challenge? The spiritual connection, laying the foundation in the physical because of the sheer joy, delight, unbelievable ecstasy that's reached when you realize that this is the relationship lottery, that this relationship is divinely gifted, manifested. You beautiful masculines, you have manifested this. There has been a foundation being laid beneath the surface. So, you know, the biggest challenge is actually understanding that the friendly energy that's been inherent in these cycles has actually been protection. When you get that cosmic joke, when you see through it, when you see that dynamic, when you know it's been the gateway in waiting, it's been the secret garden, the doorway, that you can walk through it because the foundation has been laid, the friendship foundation has been laid. Not that marriage would resonate with everyone on the twin journey, but when you hear, I married my best friend, that's what we're talking about actually here. That thick and thin, got your back, true blue, that's what we're talking about. That's the irony here, masculine. This very person that you have taken for granted and feared would think you were taking them for granted. That's the irony. That's real love. That's real freaking love. Okay, what advice can we get for the masculines realizing the cosmic joke? Like, just, I'm hearing the challenge is actually anchoring that into the neurology. It's so hidden in plain sight as to be the cosmic joke. I should be laughing, but see, I can't even. It's so simple. Simplicity. It's that simple. You've been laying this profound spiritual foundation. The irony is that it is your true blue best friend that does indicate actual authentic love. It is simple. It's not too good to be true. That's the key, masculines. Holy. Okay, what is the spirit guided solution here for that awareness? Seeing the love through it and understanding you don't have to force, you don't have to manipulate, you don't have to manifest some elaborate love into your life. It's there right in front of you. The simple truth, it's been there all along. You've been confused, masculine. This is the card of confusion, distraction, overwhelm, choices, options. In the reverse, it's clear, the Holy Grail, that one cup of love, unconditional love presents. And look, you actually did not have to do anything other than just be awesome you. And here it is, masculines. It's just been hiding there for you to see all along. What is the card of support? How can we help the masculines come into that even more? Potential, yes. There is unlimited galactic potential in this connection. It's a gift. There's nothing you need to do other than open the present. Ooh. Open the present. It's that simple. See where it goes. Let it unfold naturally. It's not hard work. Masculines, these connections don't have to be hard work. The resistance is the heaviness. Wow. Okay, where is the connection going? Progress. 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords. Okay. Now that this has been seen, there is a lot of repatterning thoughts, belief structures, paradigms. So look how stressed this masculine is. It's like this crow, this messenger of the interconnectedness, the energetic awareness that has just come through in this reading. The masculine's like, oh my gosh, how could I have had it so wrong? How could I have freaking had it so backwards? How could I have been so naive? How could I have not known? And you know, there's a feminine in this 6 of Swords by themselves. This is unique to this deck. Feminines have been having to do all of this, getting thoughts in a row. I'm going to say overcompensating in some ways for the masculines not seeing this connection for what it's been all along. And the masculines are like, oh wow, feminines have been so kind, masterful, patient. Wow, it's really hitting. It's going to be hitting the masculines how incredibly loving you have been by doing this work in yourself and not putting it on the masculines. Booyah. Okay, what is the advice for the masculines having this awareness? Enlightenment. You're coming into it. The lights are on. Wow, okay, let's pull an archetype card for you, masculines. Actually, for the connection. Let's see what this is going to clear. What is the template clearing motion? What is the karmic clearing that this is going to bring in? The Lover. Looks like the love is starting, but let's read the guidebook. I think we got this the other day. Pulsing through the heart of the lover is gratitude. Thank you, masculines, for seeing this. Thank you for letting it make you feel the love. The lover appreciates and experiences the world through the senses, reveling in beauty, song, art, music, scents, and sensuality. This energy awakens at the tip of our tongue when we taste the sweetness of honey, kiss a lover, or speak gentle words to a child. The lover lingers in foreplay, aroused not by the getting there, but by the slow merging of self and other. I'm gonna cry. This is so beautiful. This is that slow merge, the friendship, the foundation, the gratitude, the appreciation, the cosmic aha moment that this has been becoming. Oh, sweetness, sweetness. Okay, the lover lingers in foreplay, aroused not by the getting there, but by the slow... my battery. Forgetting those pauses. They might seem inconvenient, but here we go again. So the lover lingers in foreplay and cuddles, aroused not by the getting there, but by the slow merging of self and other. This energy is usually experienced for short periods of time, as in order to feel it, we must be fully present and awake, with no expectations or rules about what should be. Yeah, dropping those rules, everybody, about what should be. Rather, the lover is in awe of what the world presents, reveling in the glorious details, grateful to savor every last drop of life's offerings. Wow, I really would say this is the embrace of the journey, the embrace of the getting there, the embrace of the process, the embrace of what friendship truly indicates here. Feminines embrace the friendship. Masculines embrace the friendship. This is the foundation of love. That is real love. It's not the lusty chemical responses. The friendship is the real love. This is the real deal. Lovers, enjoy it. It's the fun part of the journey. Enjoy it. Bye.